Hey, when it comes to organic content, have you ever found yourself just staring at your screen, having no idea what to say, what to write, what to post? And then when you finally do come up with something, there's nothing, like nothing but crickets. Well, so trust me, you are not alone. The problem is most business owners fall into one of three different traps. Okay. First, they burn out trying to post every day. They copy trends that don't feel like them, or they go totally silent just because of the overwhelm and just sheer disappointment of what's not working. So, if any of that sounds familiar, I've got some good news. First, you don't need to post all the time. It's better to post quality content over quantity of content, okay? So that means you need to start posting strategically. And that's where my MAP strategy comes in, okay? MAP stands for meet, ask, and propose, all right? It's the heart of how we grow organic content inside of empathic marketing. And the easiest way to think about it is just dating, right? Let me break this down for you. First, there's meet, right? This is your first impression. It's something fun, it's light, it's entertaining, it's educational, right? There's no selling, there's no pressure, no pressure. It's just like, hey, I'm here. Let's see if we have something in common. Let's see if you find anything I have to say interesting. It's like a first date where you share a story, you share a joke. You do not share your 5-year plan. You don't want to start talking about kids on that first couple of dates, right? Meet, this is your top of funnel content, okay? It's how people find you and decide if they like you, if they want to, vibe with you in the future. Next is ask, okay? Now the relationship is warming up, okay? They've seen a few of your posts. Maybe they like your style. They like your blue shirt and orange shirt. Now it's time to engage, okay? This is where you ask them to comment. This is where you invite them to send you a DM. This is where you might offer something light in exchange for their email, right? Again, you're not proposing marriage. It's not that sort of ask. It's a lighter ask, but it's starting to build that relationship and build that trust, okay? This is in the middle of the funnel, and this is where the connection really starts to deepen. Third, you've got propose, okay? Now, by this point, you should have earned their trust. They know who they know who you are. They've engaged with you, and now it's time to ask for something a lot more meaningful, okay? This is where you want to ask them to book a call, join a program, buy the thing, okay? Propose is content that comes at the bottom of your funnel, okay? And when it's done right, it doesn't feel salesy because it's something that they've been waiting for, okay? It's the next natural step. Now, the problem is that most people just post randomly, okay? Or worse, and this is what a lot of you guys are doing, you jump just straight into the pitch, okay? You're proposing on that first date, and you don't want to do that. It's awkward, it's ineffective, okay? With MAP, it allows you to show up the right way at the right time with the right tone and message, okay? And that's how relationships, that's how businesses are going to grow. So, how often should you post? Well, let's make this simple. At a minimum, 1 to 2 times per week, okay? Ideal, 3 to 5 times, but most important is to be consistent. Don't post, 5 times in 1 week. Keep showing my fingers. This blue is from the steroid powder I just fed my horses. She's wheezing today. Anyway, the most part is be consistent. Don't post, 5 times this week and then stop posting for a month, and then post 6 times and then stop posting for 2 months. You want to be consistent, okay? And you also don't want to rotate evenly between meet, ask, and propose, okay? You wouldn't do that in a dating situation, right? So in the beginning, what you want to do is you want to focus primarily on the meet content, okay? MEET, not MEAT, MEET. Okay, just like dating. You really want to make that really strong, good first impression before you ask for anything, okay? Then, once you've built a solid body of content, that's when people know who you are, know what you stand for, then you can shift that balance, okay? So here's a super simple long-term ratio to follow. You might want to write this down. So 60% of your content should be the meat stuff, right? Stories, insights, education, relatable moments, okay? 30% should be your ask content. So invites, opt-ins, light calls to action, okay? Don't ask for any cash up front. Don't ask them to pick up the check, right? That comes at the 10% propose stage. Okay, so 10% of your content should be at the proposed level. This is when you're proposing your offer. This is where you're inviting them for a call. This is where you're trying to make a conversion. All right. Mixing it like this keeps your content feeling human, valuable, and trustworthy. Okay, you're not always just asking, pitching. Okay, and the more consistently you post like this with that 60-30-10 split, the faster you build the kind of relationship that turns followers into buyers. All right. And if you don't have an audience, if you don't have a reach, don't worry, because in the next module, I'm going to show you how to pour gasoline onto this content to really fire it up. Okay. I'm going to show you how to use a simple buck a day strategy. Yes, $1 a day. Unless you're in Canada like me, that's $1.30 a day. But to boost your best organic campaigns and posts. Okay. You're going to learn how to turn a single great post into a lead generating machine. Okay. And it's going to cost you less than the price of a cup of coffee. Now, if you're the kind of person who learns best by actually doing, and if you want help applying this MAP strategy to your business, that's exactly what we do inside of my Applied Marketing Mastery community. Okay. Inside this, it's a paid school group. You'll get the exact GPT prompts that I use to build my meet, ask, propose scripts. Okay. I've got it all dialed in, so you don't have to do too much of the thinking, just a couple simple inputs from you, and chat gives you everything you'll need. Okay. So if you want your content to stop feeling like a chore, you want it to be fun, you want it to be easy, you want it to be simple, then click the link somewhere on here, and that will somehow give you access to my Applied Marketing Mastery community, where I'll help you with your organic content, help you with your paid content, help you with your overall message, and everything that follows and comes before all of that. All right, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, or maybe in the community, or maybe on a strategy call. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.